Hi guys, thanks for coming back to see part 3 of me coloring Moonglow from Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. In this part, I will be finishing her hair and adding some more detail to her clothes. So let's get started. Okay, so I had to take a break. My husband and my kids came home, and then I wound up falling asleep last night. So it is the next day. I'm going to continue working on this. I did a few things off camera. I did her wings down here. I did the shading. I did her little star tattoos. And I did some more of her hair. I also picked out some skin tone colors to start doing her skin, which is going to be, it'll probably be a while before I do that because I still have to finish all this hair. So last night, the kids and my husband went to go see the new Scream movie. They said it was good. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not a horror movie person. I don't mind like some of the older like serial killer movies, like Halloween, for instance. That one, those ones are good sometimes. But yeah, horror movies are not really my thing. So they just went without me, which is fine. I was okay with that. And then today I tried to go to Target and buy a mic, but it's not working. I don't know what the deal is, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to return it or what, but it just isn't working. When I like tested it, there was no difference versus like the mic being plugged into the phone and the mic not being plugged into the phone. So it's a good old high of 6 degrees today. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow, get into the 30s, so that'll be nice. It'll probably feel like a heat wave since we've had such cold weather. I think it was Monday. It was really cold. Tuesday it was really cold. Today it's really cold. And then, like I said, tomorrow is supposed to be 30. So it will be good. Let's see. So I didn't think of this before I colored that her hair is coming down here right where her top is, so it kind of blends in a little bit there, but I still like how she's turning out better than the first one that I did. I know I had mentioned that I was only missing like 3 Hannah Lynn books. I realize I'm missing also the I Dream in Color. I'm not really interested in purchasing that one. It's got like quotes and stuff in it along with the girls, but I'm not like a quotes person, so I don't think I'm gonna get that one. But who knows? I also said I wasn't gonna buy any Hannah Lynn books ever, and now I have almost all of them. Things change always. Really disappointed about that mic because sometimes I feel like when I'm coloring I'm not loud enough, like I'm whispering or something. Sometimes I just talk really quiet. I try not to, I don't want to be loud because there's other people in the house. My oldest daughter came home from school early today because she wasn't feeling well. So she's kind of just in her room resting. She called me at like 10 o'clock and asked me to pick her up. So I think I did most of the darkest color in her hair off camera. And then I started working on another image or another illustration last night. I think it's from the same book, from Enchanted Faces. I just figured this way I can still keep like making progress towards finishing my coloring books without being on camera. So, you know, like I'll have one that I do on camera and then one that I don't do on camera. Especially that'll give me a good, like, a way to kind of test out some of my other art supplies. Like, I want to start using my Black Widow pencils a little bit more, and I want to start using my polychromos more, and then this way, yeah, like I said, I can start testing out my other art supplies. Then I can show you guys that one. So this one I didn't cut the border on yet, but I used the alcohol markers for this one, so I'll finish it up with pencil. I'm not sure if I like how dark the pink is, but I really like that color on her hair. I can't remember. Oh, I used Galaxy Blue for that one, from the Ohuhu set, the 320. You know, I should have sprayed that fixative on last night before I laid down, but I didn't even think about it. I have to go back to work tomorrow for one day, and then I'm off for a few. I'm off till Tuesday, so I think this top part of her hair is done. I will say I am a little apprehensive about doing her skin on camera because I don't really know how to do skin yet. Like I've said, I don't know like where the highlights go and all that stuff. So I don't know if my plan is to maybe watch a tutorial beforehand, just so I kind of can get an idea of how to do it. I don't know if you can hear my dryer. The vent that comes up into this room is right by the dryer, so if you hear some weird stuff, that's my dryer. It's also like super duper cold in this room, and I did put on the heater for a little while before I started filming again, just to kind of let it warm up a little bit in here, but I can already tell it's getting cold again. That darn Wisconsin weather. I don't know why. Why does it have to be so cold? Her hair is so pretty. I am loving the hair. Loving the hair so far. The only part I don't like is this down here and how it's so close to her clothes that have, that have the same colors. I also need to get some pencil extenders for my little itty bitties. This is not the smallest one that I have. I have one that is way tiny. Actually, this one right here. This little itty bitty thing. This is my smallest Prisma. That's from my original 150 set. I do have a replacement. I'll probably try and finish using that one up a little bit more once I get like some pencil extenders. So I haven't done anything today on my day off. Well, no, I take that back. I did some laundry, which is why you hear the dryer running now. I just like cleaned up the house a little bit and then went to Target, picked my daughter up from school. My oldest daughter, my youngest one. So I have one in high school and one is still in middle school. She'll be going to high school next year. My girls are 18 months apart, but they are only one grade level apart. So they spent a lot of time in the same school, which like, it was nice because I like only had to go to one place to drop off or pick up. But the middle school we're far enough away from to where my youngest daughter can take the school bus. So she takes that. My oldest daughter, her first year in middle school, she didn't take the bus. So it was like trying to be in two places at once, to pick them up and to drop them off. It was, well, I think my oldest daughter's first year of middle school, she actually carpooled with a friend. So I was just able to drop her off at her friend's house in the morning to get to school. Next year they'll both be at the high school, and we live too close to the high school to get the bus, so they won't be busing. They will have to be picked up, which can get complicated, like on the days that I work, but my mom's been pretty good about being available. She actually picks my oldest up from school on the days that I work, because I work, I usually work 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But obviously I still can't get her from school on those days either. So, my mom picks her up on the days that I work, and then on the days that I don't work, I just pick her up. But it was like really complicated when I was in school, because my schedule was different every day. Every day it was like, you know, some days I was in school till like noon. Other days I was in school till 2. Never have I been on like a normal schedule, or like a consistent schedule. The only time I was, I think, was when I was just working as like a nurse aide. And then I didn't work very often. But yeah, when I worked as a nurse aide, I usually worked like 6:30 to 2:30. Sometimes I would go in later, like 8:30, because I was doing like a different job. But I think her hair is done now. Yay! I'm sure I'll find I'll find something later that I missed, but I don't see anything right now, so that's good. All right, so next I want to finish her wings with the gray. And then I think I want to do a little bit of shading up here, or for her clothes, and down there, and down on her pants. I can't remember how I did the last one. I didn't know how to like shade her tattoos, or if I should shade her tattoos or what, so I just colored them in. It was pretty hard to actually color them in because they're so small. I can't wait to have a book finished. I don't have any finished books at all. I was really working on Johanna Basford's World of Wonders. I was working on that one. That's the coloring book I have with the most finished pages. But it's also the first coloring book that I ever bought. So like some of the pages like are done, you know, like before I had more, I guess, experience, or yeah, experience. Most of them were done when I had just bought, just started coloring, so there's not really like, they don't really look the greatest, but we learn, and then I don't know if this is gonna look right or not, because like on this part of her top, I did the darkest color on the top. Well, I guess I put a little bit on the bottom there too, but yeah, I did that on the top. This is just the one thing I do not like about Prismacolors, is how many little wax pieces get everywhere. And then they can smear, and sometimes they can really ruin your page. I've had that happen where I'm like, oh man, oh no. I dropped a Prisma, you guys. This is not good. Hopefully it'll still work. I know, like, if you drop them, sometimes you can like break the wax that's inside the barrel, and then every time you go to sharpen them, the wax just keeps breaking. The lead, I guess it's called. It keeps breaking, and then you don't have a good pencil. But I've noticed with the T-Gall sharpener that I use, this one, they don't break as much with this one. I don't know if it's because I'm able to adjust so this one you can adjust like the lead lengths. Oh, it's in Japanese, so it doesn't say. But like if you do 5, it's like a longer lead, and if you do 1, it's a shorter lead. So that's why I like using this one for my Prismas, because I can get that narrow tip, or the short tip. But all right, so now I think I'm done with my turquoise teal aqua colors. I'm gonna pick out my grays, which I just have all the cool gray color. I wasn't sure. Apparently I really like the 50% cool gray, because I've got these, or wait, no, I think this one's warm gray. Yeah, this one's warm gray, because it's a different number than the cool gray. But that one is 50%. The short one is 50% warm gray. I pulled out, oh no, I didn't pull that out. I intended to pull out my, whatchamacallit, my Prismacolor blender pencil. I think that's all my grays. So I figured with the lighter gray, I'll go in with also the lighter grays. We'll start off with 30%, just because I don't, again, I don't want it to be too dark. And that's a good color. So with all the lighter gray sections, I'll do this one. Just wanted to double check that that's 30%. I also decided that when I color, I'm going to start writing down exactly what I use, because it's like I'll look at a finished picture and I'll be like, oh, I want to do that again. You know, like I want to recreate those colors. And then it's like, I don't remember which ones I used. So, you know, that I'm going to go in with 50% cool gray just to make it a little bit darker up top here. So yeah, I will, you know, see an illustration that I colored and I'll be like, oh, I want to do those colors again, but like I forget which ones I used. So this way, if I start writing down which ones I'm using, then I will be able to tell. I don't know if I should add a little bit more. So I did go in with the 50%. We'll go with 70. There, that's more of the dimension I'm looking for. Oh, it looks like the paper won't take any more layers. Probably because I might be pushing too hard. I have that problem. Maybe that's why I go through my Prisma so fast, because I press too hard sometimes. I don't know. I think just like in general, I'm just like a heavy-handed person. So I'm hoping I'll be able to blend that into the skin right there. I'll go over with 50% again, just because the 20% was a little bit too light. I don't want to add too many layers right there because I want to be able to blend that also. And then with like the darker portions of the wings, I might go in with like black and then the 90% cool gray. I don't know if I'm liking the way the wings are turning out. But again, a lot of times I'll get halfway through a picture and I want to trash it because I don't like the way that it's coming out. And there's been multiple times I've done that. And then there's been other times where I decide to stick it out and finish it, and I actually wind up really liking the way that it's turning out. This 90% cool gray. I want to get those little sections there because, let's see, where's my 70? Where did it go? Oh, right here. I want this one to, this part of the wing to look a little bit darker. I'm also looking into buying a clipboard because I feel like that would make it easier and keep my page from moving around too much. Okay, 50% cool gray now. not that much darker than the other part of the wing. I love my Prismacolors so much. They just blend so easily. I gotta do these down here. This part of her wings. I don't know if I should just do the corners. We'll see. I can always make it darker, but I can't make it lighter, so we'll do that. I'm just so tired today. When I laid down last night, it was having a hard time falling asleep. I think it's because I drink coffee so late in the day. So I won't be doing that again. Which usually, it's not a problem for me. Usually, I can drink coffee and like go to bed right away. But I think it's the coffee that we have at the house. Because like at my work, we have a Starbucks at work. So sometimes, I mean, since I work until 11, it's only open till 7 p.m. But sometimes I go get coffee at like, I'm trying to think, like 5 or 6. Sometimes I'll get coffee around that time. And then I usually don't have an issue going to sleep when I get home at like midnight or like 12:30. So yeah, usually I'm okay. But we buy Death Wish coffee. So it clearly has more caffeine than Starbucks. So sometimes when I drink that too late, it messes with me and I'm not able to fall asleep. But also I'm not on like a normal schedule either, so I usually stay up pretty late. I mean, working 11 to 11, and then it's like by the time I hand my patients off and get home, you know, sometimes I don't clock out until 12:30, 1 o'clock. Which is, it sucks. It sucks being at work for 13, 14 hours and then having to come home and go to sleep right away and be back the next day. It's not fun. But it's like, I don't know if I would want to work 5 days a week either. So I'm usually up till like 2, even on my days off. Fortunately, my mom's been taking the kids to school every day, which is nice because then I can, you know, sleep in and, you know, be on a consistent schedule. And I tell my mom too, like, if there's ever a day that you can't, let me know because I can wake up and take them. It's just easiest this way. I can sleep. Because otherwise it was like I was having to be at work, you know, and if I was off the next day, I'd have to be at work until whatever time, you know, 12. So I'd have to be at work till 12. By the time I come home and go to bed, it's like late, and then wake up in the morning, usually at like 6:30. And sometimes I could come home and like fall back asleep, and other times I couldn't. And then it was like a waste of a day off because, you know, I was tired all day. So I don't know if I like the flower or not. It looks better. It looks, the wings and the flower look better on camera than they do in real life. I was gonna do her belt down here. We'll do like the little holes in the darkest color. And then we'll just add a little bit here, right here. I need a new chair, a new like desk chair, because this one is so loud sometimes. Like when I get up, I have to be mindful of like moving around the chair and getting up while I'm filming because it's so loud. And I mean, I'd like to get another one. It's just a matter of A, finding one for like a reasonable price, and B, one that I like. Try and go around these little things, which is easier said than done. The belt loops or whatever. Okay. So now all I have left, I think, is the background and her skin. I like to do the background last. But there was a certain color I wanted to use for her lips. All right, so I am going in with a nectar on her lips. I used this color in one of my books for lips once, and I was like, oh, that's a good lip color. And it is, I think it was one of the Alan Roberts books. It was the Guliana. So yeah, so I think I'm going to figure out how I want to do the skin and be back. That concludes part 3. If you'd like to see part 4, please head on over to my channel and you can find it over there. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification so you never miss a new upload. Thanks for watching.